Today I'm repacking this snail plant pot. It comes with a drainage tray, and I'm also repacking these 3 freebie stickers and a thank you note. So this is the box I'm going to do with this order. If you've seen all my packing order videos, this is my most common box size. And for packing the planter, just to make sure that it doesn't break or anything, I'll be using this eco-friendly bubble wrap alternative. So for this, I just take out a sheet like this, and then I take it up on wrapping. I like to do the tray first. That's just what I always do. And then I'll just wrap. And you have to kind of like stretch it as you wrap. You can see it has those tears that make it, I don't know, it has more protection. But this stuff is really great for shipping fragile items without having to use, bubble wrap, or you can use packing peanuts too. I used those at one point, but I like these because if you guys don't know, I have my business, in my room, and I do not have a bunch of space to have like a giant box of packing peanuts. I barely have space for all the stuff that I do have, so, I gotta be kind of strategic with that. So, right now I'm just wrapping it, and you'll see kind of how it just goes around the pot, and this just makes it protected, and it works very, very well. I have not had any issues with any problems with, pots being damaged since I started shipping them this way. And this snail plant pot is by far, I think, my most popular one ever. I think my second runner-up is probably my sun pot, but, so, that's what they look like. And then, what I'm going to do is on the top, I'm just going to use some of this crumpled up regular packing paper, just like this. And then, on top of that, I'm going to do the thank you card, as well as the stickers. And then, now that I have everything, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tape dispenser, my paper tape dispenser, and I think to cut off the first piece, because after it's been sitting for a while, for some reason the first piece of it isn't sticking anymore. And I guess it gets wet and then it dries, and then once that happens, it doesn't really get reactivated. Which is good because, if your box does get wet in shipping, you don't want the tape to get, wet again and happen to fall off your box. So, I just put this on the box like this, and it sticks. It sticks really good to cardboard because, it's paper on paper, so it works really well. But the only thing about this stuff is if you were to use a poly mailer or something, this wouldn't stick to it. But, I use boxes, and for my t-shirts and everything, I am going to use more different things, but I'm working on getting eco-friendly alternatives for shipping those. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing day. Bye.